today we're out doing something a little bit different than what I'm used to, and that's down here on the south coast, hopefully going to be catching some wrasse using some LRF gear. Now the idea of that, using really tiny small baits, just jigging them along the bottom and hopefully picking up anything that swims, but I'm hopeful that we could get some big wrasse today. Yeah, here we go, first fish of the day. Nice little wrasse. Well, there we go, first wrasse of the day, only a small one, probably half a pound mark, but brilliant fun on light tackle. I definitely recommend giving it a go if you haven't before. They give you some cracking sport. Let's slip her back and hopefully we can get one twice the size. Targeting wrasse, I'd definitely recommend an area that has a lot of structure. For example, today I'm at an area of coastline that has a lot of rocks, surrounded by cliff faces and big boulders, and wrasse absolutely love that. They like seeking shelter in those areas and also hunting the prey fish, which is why I've come here today. Yeah, we're in again. This feels quite small. This feels absolutely tiny. There he is, just skipping across the surface. That'll do though, that's enough of fish. Oh, that's a pretty little one. Just nailed right in the scissors. Well, there we go, a beautiful little wrasse. Nothing big, but they are absolutely incredible. Each one unique with its colours. I just think they're absolutely gorgeous. Right, let's slip her back. Hopefully we can get a bigger one. Away she goes. I've just slipped that little wrasse back, and I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a few more casts with a light lure rod. And then there is another mark that I want to try, which is a bit further along the coast. A little bit of a drive, but I feel it's going to be worth it. We're picking up a few smaller wrasses here, and I'm getting a few little bites off what I can guess will be smaller fish. So I think we'll move mark. I'm going to take the heavier rod, give the heavier rod a go, and hopefully a few bigger lures, and hopefully pick ourselves up a bigger wrasse. Have another cast. Just had another bite. A little bit of a nibble. Enough a cast. I think we'll head on to the upper mark. Well, that's first cast at the new mark. and we're about 2.5 miles down the coast from where we were earlier today. And we were fishing that just as the tide was coming in, whereas here, we just got here on high tide and now the tide is slowly starting to go back out. But the difference between here and the mark we were fishing earlier, here it's a lot deeper, there's a lot more structure, and the structure goes out quite a long way. So I'm really confident there's going to be a few big wrasse in the area, so hopefully we can get ourselves into one. I think I'm going to switch over to the heavier lure setup now, with a bigger creature bait. Chuck out a bigger creature bait. This is a Pro Rex both crawl, and that just flutters beautifully in the tide. A few little jigs, work it along the bottom, and hopefully something to come along and smack it. So I just wanted to run through the two setups I'm using today. I've brought two setups with me because that's going to pretty much cover all of the type of fishing that I'm going to be doing today. I've got a lighter setup, which is the rod that I was using earlier, and that's a 0.5 to 5 gram saltwater LRF rod, and I've got on that a 2,500 size Ninja reel, and that's sort of your perfect setup for casting your smaller shads or any sort of smaller baits that you're likely to use. And I use that primarily just to catch anything really that's biting, anything that's going to take it. I'm using such a small bait that anything out there that's hungry is likely to take it. In this rod, this is a bit heavier. This is a 7 to 28 gram, and this is the Gecko Jabin HRF rod. And primarily I bring this just so I can throw around some of the larger creature baits that maybe the lighter rod just can't handle or isn't designed to do that job. So I bring this, it's probably the best chance I've got of catching one of the bigger fish. I might even catch a bass, or you know, maybe a pollock or even a bigger wrasse on this, and it's going to cope with that sort of power that they have, and also for casting these bigger lures as well. So they're the two setups I typically bring with me whenever I head down to the coast and I want to do a bit of wrasse fishing. Well, over the last month or so I've really got into my sea fishing. I actually ended up coming down for Father's Day with my little one and my missus to the same area we fished earlier on today. And I actually had a really good day. I caught 4 wrasse in about 40 minutes worth of fishing. And we're in. Keep it out of the rocks. Oh, it's trying to get in the rocks. Try to keep his head up. Haven't seen it yet. Oh, it's a nice little wrasse. That's what we came for. Absolutely nailed it. There we go. What about that then? He's ready to go. Lovely. Yeah. Oh, this is bigger. This is a better fish. This is a better fish. Yeah, another nice wrasse. Just down here for a few hours for Father's Day. A lovely little wrasse, testing out some of the new gear. What a result! I slip her back. Whoop. Well, I think this is going to be the last cast. It's been a very enjoyable day, a very, very hot day. I feel absolutely burnt to a crisp right now. But a couple of wrasse, which has been a bit of a bonus. Nothing of really any size to report, which is sort of what I was after really. I'm hoping that in a 2 to 3 weeks time, I might be able to come back down again and hopefully catch one of those elusive big wrasse. But if you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. It's very much appreciated. And until the next time, I'll catch you later.